The impact of decentralization on financial control and governance in DeFi Decentralized Finance. DeFi introduces a paradigm shift in finance by decentralizing authority traditionally held by centralized institutions like banks and regulators. DeFi leverages blockchain to enable peer-to-peer transactions, allowing users to bypass intermediaries, which redistributes power in unprecedented ways. Redefining authority and control. Traditional finance is marked by centralized control, where key institutions oversee transactions and policies, ensuring stability and regulatory compliance, but often creating concentrated power. DeFi disrupts this model by distributing authority across a network of participants on decentralized platforms. This shift allows for direct, inclusive access to financial services globally, removing barriers that traditional systems often impose. Decentralized governance models. A core principle of DeFi is decentralized governance, often executed through decentralized autonomous organizations, DAOs, and governance tokens. DAOs enable community-driven decisions via smart contracts, allowing participants to propose and vote on changes. Governance tokens give token holders voting power, aligning project success with user engagement. Governance token concentration can lead to the whale problem, where those with more tokens wield disproportionate influence. Power distribution and equity decentralization theoretically distributes power among all participants. The reality in DeFi can sometimes echo traditional inequalities. Token-based governance can concentrate power among large holders, contradicting DeFi's egalitarian aims. True equity in DeFi requires careful design to prevent these imbalances. Transparency and accountability. Blockchain transparency provides a public ledger of transactions, supporting accountability and trust. But while all actions are recorded, this also raises questions of privacy and individual responsibility. Transparency supports trust, as all transactions are verifiable and immutable. Accountability becomes complex in decentralized systems, as identifying responsibility for issues can be challenging without a central authority. Ethical and regulatory considerations. The transition to decentralized control comes with ethical implications. Consumer protection is less robust than in traditional finance, making DeFi users vulnerable to risks like fraud. Ensuring user safety without central oversight is an ongoing challenge. Inclusivity is a central goal in DeFi, though high entry costs and technical barriers remain for some users. Regulatory challenges arise as governments seek ways to oversee DeFi without stifling innovation. Some platforms are experimenting with compliance methods like on-chain KYC and AML to balance regulatory demands with decentralization. Privacy and data protection. In DeFi, blockchain's transparency enables trustless transactions but raises privacy concerns. Balancing transparency with privacy is a fundamental issue DeFi developers must address. Privacy measures in DeFi. Several approaches aim to safeguard user privacy without compromising DeFi's transparency. Zero-knowledge proofs, ZKPs, allow for transaction verification without revealing specific details. Mixing services obfuscate transaction paths, protecting user anonymity. Confidential transactions encrypt details, balancing privacy with public ledger requirements. Data protection challenges. Without clear data regulations, DeFi platforms must prioritize user privacy independently. Compliance with regulations like GDPR, which protect user data, remains complex in decentralized environments, pushing developers toward innovative privacy solutions. Regulatory uncertainty. The lack of clear legal frameworks makes DeFi susceptible to potential regulatory crackdowns, complicating cross-border transactions and impacting project stability. Market volatility. DeFi assets are highly volatile, and significant price fluctuations can pose risks for users. Investors must approach DeFi with strategies to mitigate potential losses. Fraud and scams. DeFi's decentralized nature can attract fraudulent schemes, making it crucial for users to recognize legitimate projects to maintain trust within the ecosystem. Impact on traditional financial institutions. As DeFi challenges traditional finance models, It may disrupt job structures, regulatory practices, and business models in conventional banking, requiring traditional institutions to adapt or risk obsolescence. DeFi's growth presents a dual-edged sword. It has the potential to democratize finance, but also requires careful navigation of its risks and regulatory challenges.